Good morning, this is Pixie doing another video. Itchy nose. Um, so, something very strange I noticed. I've had ringing in my ears for years. And originally I thought I'd damaged my ear a long time ago. During a flight actually. There's a few things actually. It was somebody hit me in the ear and it really hurt once. I think they're just going to smack me across the head, but they ended up just walloping my bloody ear. And it was the angle also. I don't know how they got it, but bless her soul, she's dead now, but at the time she's like, oh, why are you so bloody moody, sort of thing. And I thought, because you just, I mean, I didn't shout anything nasty, because you just hit my ear and it really hurt. So that was an issue. And then, so many years later down the line, I was on a plane and I was swallowing like hell, and I was trying to get my ear to pop and it would not pop, and it was one of the most painful, that's probably the most painful experience ever, coming down from a flight and feeling like someone's sticking a needle in your ear, or you're having like surgery without any flipping anaesthetic or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, I just kept swallowing and it wouldn't go away. So I don't know if that ruptured or damaged in the eardrum. But anyway, so many years. I mean, it didn't happen straight away. I got tinnitus, got ringing in the ears, or whatever it is. You know, because there's also the spiritual side, which I'll get into in a bit. So yeah, so many years later, I started to get this sort of like light ringing in the ears. I guess I didn't really notice it too much. It sort of come and went, and then started to become a bit more active, and most of the time I ignore it. But it's not just limited to the ears. You'll feel it around the brain, around the head, even in the heart and other places in the body. Which is where it starts to get strange, because it connects up with the other ear. And it'd be a high-pitched, crystally, metallic type sound is probably you could, to identify it. I mean, I used to be able to hear, well, probably maybe still have, so I don't know. TVs, I could tell when a TV is on because it's like high-pitched whine, and it has that kind of impact. But beyond that, there's also, as I say, these aspects where it's in the body, or it feels like it's in the body. It's like this frequency, and then there was lots of stuff I'd come across with like the ascension, so like, you know, not necessarily buying into it, but it's interesting. Maybe there's this higher purpose for us, or it's like software, so it's being downloaded into us. And I think, looking at the way things are now, it's more plausible to me. You know, a holographic universe, we live in this form of simulation, that we're probably collectively linked up to some sort of consciousness hub, that we've got this upper version of ourselves. But in order to be functional, we have to operate in a lower frequency band, and with limitations. And why would we do that? Because then it's the science of our existence. It's tried and tested means of operating and existing. Because unless you have a restriction, how do you learn something new? How do you find another way to deal with something? How do you utilise other areas of your thinking? So it gives it all these opportunities. And also value in things, because if you know what it's like to lose things or to gain things truly, then you can value it with this emotional side. So there's kind of hardware in us that maybe wouldn't exist if we're just this conscious entity. Like, we've got feelings and instincts, we've got other driving forces behind us that we didn't normally have, so we've become this unified entity. And some of this stuff as well, kind of like you open your mind up to different things. And you know, this somebody looked very pretty, so I just looked at her. She looked at me. It's all cool. When it comes to body language and other people, it's sometimes difficult to know. But I think in short bursts it's fine. If I just stared at her, I can make her uncomfortable. But equally, I've had some people stare at me. I was driving along, I let somebody in and they were staring through the wind mirror. I could see their face and they were like, you know, staring at us thinking, okay, I let you in, but I don't know if I should. If I look at you, what would that mean? You know, I didn't let you in because I sort of fancied you. I mean, it's complimentary, but it just seems very direct. And often when a man's direct, it can be considered a bit threatening. Anyway, let's come back to this ring of the ears. I just thought I'd throw that in there. So I've started to notice people around me have started suffering from ringing in the ears, and I'm not too sure what it is. So my dad had it, and with his, because he's got some mental health issues, and you know, it's just life really. And basically, it added an extra level to that, like he was being tortured by something. That's what it felt like to him, because he didn't understand what he was hearing, and his sounds become louder when it's quiet and stuff. Which I can understand. It would feel like someone's messing with your mind. And then I've got other people around me, like I mentioned this, and in one ear some people have had it. They've started getting it in one ear. So somebody's gone about earache, and then he said about he's got this sound in his ear, and then there's another chap who's a stroke sufferer, and he started having this ringing in the ears. And I thought it was very weird that two people that I know suddenly have developed sort of a tinnitus symptoms. The spiritual aspects. It could be something like a higher upload or connection to your consciousness, and it may be why sometimes entities don't interact. It could be that I've just got an entity that follows me around and it causes these sorts of things. I mean, it could be other stuff. It could be that there's harmful frequencies that we're using. We're trying to upgrade our systems and use 5G and beyond, and then it may actually be able to be picked up through your ear canal and cochlea, because we all have different hertz frequencies and stuff like that, all a bit different. So that's a potentiality. It could be the sun. I mean, sometimes I notice the sun, it gets stronger, so it might be the electromagnetic pulse that's given out. It doesn't just pump out light, it's got a lot of other energies that are coming out of it. And so it could be a good thing or a bad thing. It could be like the coming of Nemesis or Planet X that's causing these influences. There was something about, I don't know about scripture about madness. It's all very possible. So yeah, anyway, this is Peter signing off for this video. Have a great one, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.